Hey guys, it's Adam and Kath here. We're trying something new. Today we're doing a mini podcast on Game of Thrones, the final season.
This episode is just going to be like what we thought of the previous seasons, a few predictions for the next season because this is the last one. This is our last chance to really get into it as it's going. So we didn't want to really miss this opportunity.
Yeah, this is like a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, talk about our favorite moments from the past, maybe our shocking moments, or at least
some things
favorite.
that made us really sad, because like Game of Thrones makes you feel so many emotions when you're watching.
So many different emotions. We're gonna go through all the greatest bits.
For us, in our opinion.
And then we're gonna predict what we think might happen in season 8.
Mm.
And then every Friday we're gonna review each week's episode, all the way up to the finale.
Yeah, like every time an episode comes out, we're going to stay up, we're going to watch it, we're going to like really try and think everything we can about it.
Yeah, and it's real dedication because we have to stay up till 2 a.m. to watch it here.
This is like real, guys. Like we're doing all this for you.
And we paid real money to see the show at 2 a.m.
But don't worry, I've also been binging Grey's Anatomy with that, so it's fine.
Yeah, she's on like season 3 now after like a day.
I only started watching yesterday, leave me alone.
She has depression. Moving on.
Wow. Outing my mental illness, thank you.
So, do you want to start with one of your favourite moments in the show?
I think we should actually start with our favourite characters.
Ooh. Well, I know who yours are.
Well, mine are super fucking basic because my favourite characters are literally like Arya, Jon, and Daenerys.
Ooh. The basics.
Yeah, and like, okay, and Tyrion. But
I
like,
love Tyrion.
Yeah, no, Tyrion's the best. But like, yeah, no, they're my favourites, and like, that's such a basic go-to. Like, I'm sorry that my favourite isn't like Pork Pie, a really obscure character who makes pork pies, but like
Pork Pie, I forgot he exists.
he was a nice guy.
He shows up so rarely.
He does.
But when he does,
nice.
he's useful.
Yeah. But like, yeah, no, they're my favorite. They have a lot of screen time. They do a lot of really interesting things. They have good character arcs and character development. I just think they're really cool. Some of them are really hot.
Think about this stuff. Missandei and Grey Worm.
Their relationship is actually so sweet.
It's so heartwarming. I can't wait for him to be like killed or something in season 8.
Okay, now that's just made me sad. Alright. No, actually, seriously though, Missandei's character arc going from slave to like independent to like in charge of her own sexuality and future.
And she's not Hand of the Queen, but she's one of the Queen's most trusted advisors.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
definitely.
From slave to trusted advisor of Queen Daenerys Targaryen.
Like, with like just one wave of a hand, she moved so high up in rank.
Yeah. How many of her Daenerys' names do you know?
Daenerys.
Stormborn of House Targaryen.
Yeah. Mother of Dragons, Queen of the Andals and the First Men.
Yeah.
Rightful ruler of the Seven Kingdoms. Something about Fireborn or I don't know. There's a lot of
There's
them.
so many, but
so many titles.
There's also Breaker of Chains.
Breaker of Chains, Mother of Dragons, Mother of the everything.
I just love in season 7 when they all get right out to Jon, and then Davos is like, and this is Jon Snow. He's king in the north.
Like, that's kind of it.
So good.
Does what it says on the tin.
But yeah, I can see why she is your favourite character. She's one of the main.
I thought she had really interesting character development because she goes from meek, mild, and then she moves to like a bit more self-aware and in charge of her own destiny, and then she moves to like psycho killer, I'm gonna ruin everything, and then she tries to take more of a like level-headed approach to things because like she's still like ready to burn people to bits, but she's also like ready to be diplomatic about shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you diplomatically.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm gonna kill you, but like only because you've wronged me so many times.
Yeah, no, and that's something that really ties in with Tyrion, where he has to control her, he has to advise her, and it's interesting that
try and rein her in.
He's found himself in so many positions as the Hand.
Yeah, like he's like just left and right gone into different positions of power, and he's done really well in each of those positions.
Yeah, the poor guy is so talented, and yet he'll probably never be the ruler.
Because like he's smart, he always goes back to books and history, and he learns from those experiences instead of just like trying to buy his way out of shit or use brute force. He uses his brain.
Yeah, and then Jon, of course, is a really good character too because
I just really enjoyed his arcs. You know?
Yeah, like and he doesn't even know yet, but from Bastard of Winterfell to King of the North to possible heir to the Iron Throne. Well,
I mean, there are a lot of you know, quote unquote heirs to the Iron Throne right now, but definite legitimate heir to Rhaegar.
Yeah, he would be the strongest claim.
Yeah.
Which is just insane because he doesn't know. He thinks he's a bastard. Has he been? He's still Snow, yeah? He's not Stark.
No, he was never legitimized.
Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, he could probably legitimize himself as king in the North. But...
As king, he would, but actually, I feel like I can't remember if they said it in the show or not. But I feel like he wouldn't do that. Yeah. I feel like he's just going to keep the name Snow.
Even when not Bolton, Stannis offered to legitimize him, he wouldn't take it. And this is the man who tried to ride down south to help Robb, and now he's grown and matured to the point where he wouldn't abandon the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
To get his name as Stark. And then I love how after he dies and they kill him, he just fucks off. He's like, hey, I was Lord Commander until I died. Bye guys.
Yeah, no, he's like, I died. I did my thing, and now I'm going to leave. I'm sorry. It's your turn now. But, like, the fact that he only left after he legitimately did die and was able to leave the post, that, I think, speaks to his character a lot.
Yeah. Weren't you complaining before this podcast that Ned Stark always did things by the book?
Now, okay, did Jon always do things by the book? No, he fucked a wildling.
One time, he was
times.
Kidnapped. He was in disguise.
Okay, no. Ned was way too stuck to his principles. He didn't consider anyone would act in a way without honor, and that was his ultimate downfall. Whereas Jon is more world savvy and would realize, no, people are going to look out for themselves and do bad shit, so I got to be prepared for that. He's not just going to be like, well, I would fight with honor, so they'll fight with honor. No, he actually knows.
You're right. Jon knew how to bend the rules to his advantage.
Exactly.
Ned Stark, even if he died and came back to life, would not have abandoned the Night's Watch as Lord Commander.
For sure. And like talking about Arya as well, like just her going from, you know, scrappy girl who wants to learn sword fight to, you know, pretending to be a boy and like getting information to like traveling around with the Hound and then going to Bravos and learning with the Faceless Men, to coming back and like just seeking revenge and then being like, you know what, revenge is one thing, but I also like it's about family now, and like just this whole circular motion of going through all of these different stages in her life and finally getting back to where she feels she belongs.
That crossroads scene in season 7, I wasn't sure she would go back to Winterfell.
Yeah,
that was such a good moment.
Like her seeing Sansa again.
Yeah. Her
seeing Bran again.
Yeah.
But like... Bran seeing anyone again.
Oh, so annoying.
He's like a robot.
I get Mira's issue with him.
I can understand, but like I do still get like everything he's done and like what he is now. Yeah. He's not just Bran anymore. Actually,
moving on from favorite characters to least favorite characters, I don't care about Mira. I just really do not.
I mean, I thought she was interesting.
Yeah.
I thought she was interesting, and I thought she played an important role. Osha, I really liked. Yeah, Osha, I really liked.
Yeah.
And like, oh, it was a shame about Rickon.
Yeah. I mean,
That's why I got a bob and weave.
Am I wrong, or was Osha Tonks in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I liked Osha in the first place.
I love Osha.
You know, Hufflepuff representation.
Yeah. Oh, just such a good actress.
Oh, no, she's great. She is very good. Like, I've seen her in other stuff. She's great range.
Yeah. A lot of the wildlings are very interesting, though, including Tormund.
So many people in Game of Thrones have been in, like, I mean, it's a lot of British actors. Yeah. As well as, like...
Tywin Lannister. I was watching an episode of... my mother had Poirot on the TV.
Yeah.
And Tywin Lannister was, like, one of the villain guys. And I was just like, what the fuck? What's he doing there?
Oh, God.
Like, it's just so cool to see him in other things. Or even... just cool at things like the fact that... Kate Harington, who plays Jon, has married Rose Leslie, who plays Eager, and it's just like, oh!
Yeah, I know.
Did you see them at the premiere?
No.
Yeah, they're at the season 8 premiere together. Of course, I mean, they're married.
Oh, yeah.
But it was so just cute, and then...
Do you think they were on a date? Oh my god.
Oh my god, scandalous. But then even... that premiere was amazing. I'll show you pictures later.
Okay.
I think I showed you Brienne's dress, though.
Oh, yes. No, I saw Brienne's dress. No, yes, I did. Yeah. Oh my goodness. She looked... fantastic. Oh my god.
Brienne is amazing. Brienne's definitely in my favourite characters.
She looked like an ethereal, beautiful flower goddess. It was amazing. She is so gorgeous.
Brienne is actually one of my favourite characters too, because I just...
Oh, Brienne is so hardcore.
Like, she's very confident even when we meet her. But she does tell Jamie, you know, when she was little, there was a ball. She was super happy. All the men wanted to dance with her, and then they started laughing, and she was broken. And then Renly danced with her, and I was like, "Oh, I hate Renly. I wanted to have sex with Renly, but I didn't like him."
I did not personally want to have sex with Renly, but I did think he was like nice comic relief for a while, him and Loris, but then like, you know, dead.
It was interesting how he basically had no claim to the Iron Throne and still went.
And he was
for
still
it.
like, you know what, fuck it, because everyone likes me best. He was like classic youngest child.
Yeah.
You know, I want this, so I'm gonna take it. Like, I'm everyone's favorite anyway, so I'll get away with it.
Robert was middle child, yeah.
Yeah, Robert was.
Robert had such classic middle child.
Was he?
I
No,
think
he
he-
was the middle child.
Yeah.
I kept thinking he must have been older than Stannis because
No,
Stannis
because
was
he
next
just
in
went and
line.
took it.
Nah, he's the one who can't.
What middle child syndrome you have to go and take an entire fucking continent yourself?
I mean, personally, as a middle child, some days I just feel like, you know what? I'm getting overlooked. I'm going to take what I fucking want. So I can identify with Robert. You
And
know?
personally, as the youngest child, I do feel like I deserve everything and I should have it instead. And
Yeah,
I'm better
exactly.
than you.
Exactly.
You know what? For a show that gets a lot of shit for having incest, there's only 2 couples. Calm down, guys. And one of them isn't even revealed until season 7.
Well, there was also Craster and all of his daughters.
Ugh. And Walder, maybe?
Yes,
Yeah.
Walder and also a bunch of his daughters.
Okay, you know, yeah, there's a lot of incest.
Never mind. There's a lot more incest than I remember.
God damn Game of Thrones.
Okay, so we talked about like, do you have any other characters that you found were to be your favorite?
I like the Hound.
The Hound is pretty solid. Yeah.
I'm in the middle of rewatching the show personally.
Mm.
I'm on season 6. I haven't gotten to the bit where the Hound's reintroduced.
Yeah.
But from what I remember, it's kind of cool seeing how he tried to meld in and become a real part of a community and help build a
And then
village and
shit
everything.
went down. Yeah.
And they all died except for him.
All he did was like go off somewhere and try and like legit live normal, and then people have to come in and fuck it up for him, so he had to kill some peeps.
I love how when Ari's with the faceless men, she's like, I hate the Hound, and it's like, liar. Because she
That
doesn't.
moment actually made me feel so good, because I was like, no, you don't, you love him, he's like a father to you.
Yeah, as much as you get angry at him, he saves
Do
you.
you think they'll reunite?
I hope so.
I want
They
them
have to.
reunite.
Like, the Hound's on that ship heading to
Yeah.
Winterfell. Oh, it's gonna be so
I
good.
cannot wait to see them reunited. It's gonna feel so good.
Season 8's gonna be wild. There's gonna be so many people who are being reunited. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
This is like the big season though. This is the freaking Infinity War of Game of
Did
Thrones.
you hear George R. R. Martin said during data he thinks there should be sort of season after season 8?
I don't think there's gonna be though.
No, there won't,
He
but-
thinks so.
No, what he means is they have had to skip a lot of story that he hasn't written yet.
I suppose, yeah.
So in the next 2 books, I'd say there's enough for for there to be season 9, but they don't have that because obviously he hasn't
Yeah.
written it because he's lazy and all the shit.
But also, we don't know if the way Game of Thrones the show ends is actually going to be reflected in the book. Like, you might end it a different way.
I think it's going to be based on. I feel like they had to ask George how it's supposed to end,
I suppose.
and they probably just took a few liberties getting there.
Maybe.
I think that's. I feel like the ending will be canon if most of the show isn't.
At the very least, implied canon.
Yeah, or like similar enough to what happens.
So, which characters did you think were, like, your least favorite?
Let's see. Jack and Hagar.
You didn't like Jaqen?
Oh, the whole faceless man thing annoys me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was not into it. I was like,
I liked him well enough, but, like, at the same time, I just didn't find... Like, it was interesting, but, like, there were other characters I always wanted to see on screen more.
Arya in season 5 is just a season-long training montage, and I wasn't into it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Like, I love Arya now that she's a badass assassin bitch.
Yeah.
But, like, before that, I did not care about Arya, and she would have been on that list of characters I don't care about.
Mm.
Bran, I get how he's important and everything, but,
I'm never excited for the Bran arc. I'm
now
never
that he
excited.
has to be emotionless, I'm just like, done with it.
But, Lord Varys, I never really found him, like, I mean, I understood his significance in the plot, but, like, I always just was like, ugh, I don't really like you as a character.
No, I find him interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's a character I don't like.
Mm.
But how necessary is he at this point?
Mm.
Like, I feel like he was a lot bigger earlier on. I liked reading his backstory in from the books.
Yeah.
How him and Ilario were huge spy masters in Essos.
Yeah.
The Mad King heard of his talents and brought him over to become his spy master. And
Mhm.
that's like, cool, that's fun and all. It explains why they're connected in the show, which I don't think is ever explained in the show.
I think he just mentions in the show that he was a slave,
Yeah,
and that's where he met him.
he mentions the warlock on off his dick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think Varys is one I wouldn't like. I hate Littlefinger.
I also don't like him, but in a I love to hate him kind of way. Like, I don't hate him as a character, I just hate him as a person. But God, I love him and the way he's portrayed. I think he's a great character.
Yeah, I think he's a great character. So sad when I see him dead.
Oh yeah, no, watching him like finally get executed was really, really good.
But on a different level, Joffrey was someone I loved to hate for a while.
Oh, Joffrey just eventually just really annoyed me. He was a whiny little bitch.
Yeah, he was very...
Tommen too. Fucking annoying.
Really?
Yeah, Tommen was so annoying.
No, I liked Tommen. He was cute.
I didn't really like any of the kids. Like, I didn't like Marcella either.
Well, Marcella might as well not have fucking existed for her last show.
Well just did not exist. They only, like, she was only around for, like, I can remember seeing her twice. Once to be there and be a little girl and be blonde, and twice, like, the second time just to be there to die.
I mean, to be fair, no, you did put... We wrote down some of our favourite and least favourite scenes and stuff from the book, and Marcella's death is in Kath's list of sad scenes still.
It's in sad scenes, not for Marcella, it's for Jaime.
Yeah, you feel bad for Jaime.
Like...
I even almost felt bad for Cersei when she saw the boat come back and she saw Jaime looking sad and realised what had happened.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot for me to feel bad for Cersei. I feel like this is when she really snapped and became disgusting.
Yeah, like there are some moments that make you think, oh, you know, I kind of feel bad for you in the moment, but then in the grand scheme of things you don't. Like, Jaime did a lot of really fucked up shit, and there are moments where you're like, oh, I feel bad for you, but you also remember, but look at all this shit you did to other people.
Speaking of Cersei, oh my god, the High Sparrow.
Yes.
Oh, so annoying. I think that's from being a little Catholic boy. I just hate priests or men with authority in religion.
Yeah, I don't like religious figures who make us feel shame for existing. Yeah. Personally, that's my thing. Shame.
I did like that scene.
Shame.
I kind of found that scene hard to watch, but I did like it.
That was a difficult to watch scene because anything could have happened.
Yeah, and even then, satisfying scenes after that when that guy like pulled out his dick and showed it to her in that watch, and then he got killed by the mountain. Oh,
yeah,
like dickhead. But no, I guess that's most of the characters I really hate.
Yeah, I mean, I guess from here we can try and move on to like, what are some of the scenes that you just really liked?
Oh well. At the end of season 6, I believe, we finally get Daenerys sailing to Westeros.
We do.
After so much build up, and it's just like, it's here. She's here. She's possibly queer. We don't know. She flirts with you girls.
I don't think Daenerys is bisexual.
No, I don't either.
I mean, I feel like she would engage in sexual contact with another woman, but not so much for her own pleasure as for the experience. I feel like the Targaryens are like that.
Yeah, I think she enjoys the attention. Oh, sorry, I just forgot one of my least favorite characters of all time because it's so long ago. Viserys.
Well, he was a whiny little shit.
What? Joffrey 1.0, really. But his death.
His death is very satisfying. Scene. Like, the you want a golden crown? Here you go.
The little tunk of the gold when he hits his head was so funny.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Like, and I don't think they intended that to be so funny, but I laughed so hard.
If there was a laugh track underneath it, people wouldn't lose their shit.
Oh, Game of Thrones. The unintentionally funny bits. I would love to watch that. Another satisfying moment for me is the Sept of Baelor blow. Another end of season 16. The Sept of Baelor being blown up by Cersei. The music for that scene is one of my favourite things of all time in that show.
Because like I liked how there was like this moment where they were just thinking, I feel like there's something wrong here, and then it just blows to bits.
Oh, it's like, yeah. Because I mean, they hear the explosion deep below before it actually gets to them, and they're all screaming like, yeah, boom, 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 boom. But the build up with the music, it's like a long scene. It's like 6 or 7 minutes because you've got Cersei walking around looking all smug. You've got the Lannister running after the kids. Yeah. And then seeing he gets stabbed, he sees the fire, he tries to run towards to blow it out. He misses the whole time. The music's like duh, 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 duh. Oh, and so good. And then boom, it blows up, and Cersei's just watching it. Oh, and you also in that scene get Tommen trying to go down to the Sept of Baelor, and Marjorie being like, "Don't you realize something's wrong? Cersei's missing her own trial," and the house and everyone's trying to get out because she starts screaming, and then they try to get out, and the Fate won't let them out. Yeah, the Fate Militant won't let them out, and it's just like all the friends are trying to flee, and it's just not happening. And boom, it's like Marjorie's
the one who really copped something was wrong.
I really liked Marjorie. She was so smart. And I think that's something that makes her that kind of smart. She was smart enough to see it coming, but she couldn't powerless to save herself. And that's so Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no, that is, like, no matter, like, good character, bad character, death is inescapable.
Yeah.
I mean, even when some people come back from the dead, it's still, they died.
And then right after that, Tom was like, bye.
Yeah, no.
Peace out.
I really liked the fact that we finally got to see real on-screen confirmation of, like, R plus L equals J. Because we all knew.
Yeah, we know. Like, it's been
Like,
talked about for so long, it would be shitty if they didn't do it.
Yeah, like, we all freaking knew. And, like, it had been hinted at so strongly. And just the fact that it was right there, on-screen, confirmed, for at one point in flashback, but also legit just Sam reading in this book, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, he legit, like,
Sam, of course, just finds a book that says, oh, by the way, Jon Snow's not a bastard.
Yeah, because, like, it actually says Rhaegar got remarried to Lyanna.
I love
so
how
Jon's
Bran
freeborn.
didn't even see that bit until it was mentioned. Then he goes back and he's like, oh my god, it did happen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Bran, you all seen twat. Fucking missed that, didn't you, you shit? God, I hate Bran, he's so annoying.
I feel like Bran is going to play a very important part.
I think he better, but he better get some emotions.
I mean, even if he stays emotionless, I feel like he's still going to play such a strong role within this season.
I think he's going to be important and emotionless, and he's going to annoy me. Other?
Well, for me, like, one of my all-time favorite moments, I know this is, like, gross, but it's just the fact that Sam got to have sex.
Yes.
He went all these seasons without it, because he was in the Night's Watch, but even loads more of the guys in the Night's Watch were still going to, like, was it Old Town?
Molestown.
Molestown. And, like, going and, like, you know, doing it with the prostitutes there. Yeah. And, like, Sam met Gilly and was helping raise the baby.
And Gilly played Cassie in Skins.
She did, yes. Like, Gendry played Chris in Skins.
Yeah.
A lot of them were in
don't
Skins.
remind me about Chris.
Guys, a lot of them were in Skins.
If you haven't seen Skins, watch it.
But anyway, so, like, he's got this relationship with Gilly and they're really, really into each other and you can tell, but they're still not doing anything. And, like, she even names her son after him and, like, really treats Sam as the father. And then they have sex and it's a beautiful moment of their love together.
Gilly just hops on top, like, give me that
just
dick.
Boom, get on there, girl.
And it's right after she was just carrying him, after he tried his best to save her, and then, I mean, Ghost in the end saved her, but, like, the fact that he tried and took a beating for her, and she was like, awesome!
Yeah.
And then they fucked. And when he tells John, he's like, how? And he was like, very carefully. I was like, lol. No, that was a good scene.
That made me so happy. That was so sweet.
I love everything with Sam and Gilly. I hope they get a happy ending.
Yeah, I hope they get a happy ending. If Sam dies, I'm coming for someone.
Oh.
If Sam dies, I'm going to freaking the UK. I'm finding you people. I will beat the shit out of everybody. I swear to God.
Yeah, the showrunners are dead if that happens. Other satisfying scenes would be Ramsay Snow dying.
Oh yeah, no, Ramsay's death was very fitting.
It worried me a bit. I saw a bit of, I think Sansa had every right to do that to him.
For sure.
But I also don't always think it's the right thing to do.
In what respect?
I think he deserved it. But I still think a good person wouldn't do that to anyone.
I don't think Sansa's a good person, though. No. I don't think any of them are good people.
John.
I don't think he's a good person either.
Why do you not think any of them are good people?
Because I don't think anyone is necessarily a good person in Game of Thrones. I feel like they're all capable of horrible things.
Yeah.
Like, they're all capable of betrayal. Jon betrayed Ygritte.
Yeah. Well,
you know, Jon abandons the Night's Watch. He betrays Ygritte. You know, there are a lot of things that, like, it's not black and white. There's not the good characters and the bad characters. They're all just characters. So I don't think Sansa's a good person. I feel like Ramsay's death was totally warranted.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, like, considering, like, not even just for what he did to her, like, raping her and, like, doing all that shit. Like, what he did to Theon.
Fuck Theon.
Yeah. Like, as I said, Theon, not a good person. I don't think he's a bad person either.
Oh, I think he's a bad person.
I don't think any of them are bad or good. I just think
How
they're
could
people.
Theon not be bad? He killed random boys to make them look like they were Stark and burnt their bodies.
Jaime did a lot of bad shit too. Do you think?
Oh
what
my
about
god!
Tyrion?
In one season.
What about all the people Tyrion has helped kill?
Name one.
Like a lot of people in the Battle of the Blackwater.
And they were at war.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean. A lot of people are dead at the hands of a lot of other people. And what about all the people Arya killed in training and in like her revenge cycle?
Did she kill that many people in training? I thought she tried to and didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure she ended up killing a few people.
There was the guy who she was selling clams to and she was supposed to poison him, but then she didn't because she saw Sir Meryn Trant and killed him instead in revenge.
I don't know.
And then she went Blind Girl.
Mm.
And then she ran and got her sword and that's I don't know.
But yeah, no, but that's just what I mean. Like, they're not good or bad. They're just characters in this world, and we're seeing the choices they're making.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It worried me because I thought I could see like a little streak in Sansa. Like maybe she would do this to more people. Maybe she would start.
Like maybe she will, maybe she won't. I'm excited to see what happens next.
Well, in season 7 she didn't. So like she just the only kill she has after that is her having Arya kill Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Which Ned wouldn't have liked.
No.
Just because Sansa gave the order, he would have wanted Sansa to execute him.
Yeah, but Sansa's like a weak little bitch.
Yeah. Hey, anyone's fine with a knife.
Physically weak little bitch.
She's well enough to slice his throat.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen Arya like slice off his head. That would have been fun. But no, we get like, what did she do? Slit his throat? Arya did, I think.
I think so.
What do you think of all the theories that he's still alive and that was a faceless man?
Nah, I think he's dead.
I think Arya would know if it was a faceless man.
Yeah, I feel like she'd know. No, I think he's just dead.
Right. I hope he's dead. Because the scene they all focus on is him giving some girl a coin. And I think that was just him giving a coin to one of his random spies.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think people look into that too much.
Yeah, no, I think that's just him, buying surveillance.
Because Game of Thrones has done less before. Because with Oberyn and the Mountains fight, they show a squire rubbing Oberyn's sword. And that's supposed to be him putting poison on his sword because there was poison on Oberyn's sword. But they gave next to no attention to it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're thinking, like, oh, they give next to no attention to it, so maybe it's actually a big deal. But, like, no, I think it was just a spy. And if I'm wrong, I don't think I'll enjoy it. I think that'll be stupid.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be unnecessary.
I think I'm done with Lord Baelish.
Another scene I really enjoyed, as we know, it was a very upsetting scene, like a shocking scene personally that I found when Marcella died right in front of Jaime because of the poison Ilaria had kissed her with. So later, when Cersei has Ilaria captured with one of her daughters, and Cersei kisses the daughter with the same poison, I found that so satisfying. Not because I'm rooting for Cersei, just because I was just like this is like a exactly you get what you get kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't like that I enjoyed that scene, but I did.
But I did enjoy it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, are we meant to? I don't know. Maybe not. Like, I'm not rooting for Cersei in any way. But I was not, really like, yeah.
But I just sometimes like to see the little cruelty.
It's entertaining.
It is entertaining.
Yeah. It's
like, what cruel thing is Cersei gonna do? But one scene similar to that I didn't enjoy was when she had the mountain rape that woman who had walked her through the streets. I didn't enjoy that as much.
That was very upsetting.
Yeah, I was like, and you hear her scream and everything. And I was just like, not as into that. But like, when it's something that doesn't involve rape and it's torture, I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Whenever it's Game of Thrones, if it doesn't involve rape, I can kind of be like, cool, yeah, this is entertaining because it's like murder and torture and that's fine. But when it's rape, it's just kind of like, I kind of zone out a bit, or I try and not watch.
Yeah. Speaking of Arya's revenge streak from earlier though, we've got Arya killing Walder Frey.
Oh yeah.
After feeding him his nephews,
sons.
Or his sons, yeah.
His two favourite sons.
Yeah. After feeding them, and then moving on to kill all the Freys by poisoning them, except the girls. I like that she saved the girls.
The girls were innocent.
Exactly.
Like, the girls weren't doing anything, it was all the men.
The men knew exactly what they were doing to their scum.
Yeah, like, the girls were pretty much just there to be used, married off, and used again.
But I would love to see more of that, just surprising scenes where we just think it's a normal scene, and then everyone dies, and then Arya just whips off her mask, like, oh, by the way, it was me poisoning you. Like, more of that, please. Like, I don't know who she could do that to next. Maybe someone who betrayed the Starks in the past, I'm not sure.
Maybe, I'm not sure, but, like, I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the scenes you really didn't like, though? Like, the ones that would make you, like, sad or, like, really surprised.
Tyrion and Shay.
Tyrion and Shay.
I was, after being really satisfied by Tyrion killing Tywin on the toilet.
Yes, that was a great scene.
Was that before or after?
That was, I want to say after, because I'm pretty sure he goes up to the chambers to kill him and then sees Shay in the bed saying, "Come here, my lion," so he kills her by strangulation.
Yeah, and that was so sad. It's like, oh, because I believe Shay loved him.
He loved her so much.
I believe they were both in strong love.
I really thought so, and then I wasn't sure.
Well, I think they were until Tyrion,
sent her away.
Well, tried to. She wouldn't even do that. And then after that, Cersei or Tywin got hold of her and had her testify against him in the trial.
I feel like they must have had something over her. Or they could threaten to do something even worse to Tyrion.
I feel like it's a possibility.
Or maybe they bought her. Like, I don't know.
I feel like after then, because by then she was done with Tyrion. Tyrion had effectively broken up with her. So I feel like maybe she was angry. And
maybe it was just about survival.
Maybe. I think she could have just done it out of anger and was offered money and she was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Maybe. I mean, either way, like, that was upsetting because I really enjoyed seeing the relationship growing between Tyrion and Shay.
Yeah.
So it was heartbreaking when that ended.
But Shay also sometimes got annoying when she was like... Because I feel like Shay is smart enough to know Tyrion didn't like Sansa.
Yeah.
But still got so mad whenever he talked about Sansa.
I mean, I can understand that, like, getting jealous like that, even though Tyrion wasn't, like, touching her in any way and, like, wasn't consummating the marriage at all. But, like...
I just feel like she knew he didn't like her or want to be in that situation. She still gave him shit for it and it wasn't helpful.
Yeah, but, like, I can understand her being jealous.
I can understand it.
I mean, I don't, like, think it's right because, like, Sansa was, what, 14 at that age?
Well, not in the show. She's 2 years older in the show. Didn't watch it.
No, but, like, she was 13 in the first season. And how much time went between that season and...
Well, they're married in season 4.
I still feel like she was only, like, 15 or something. 13 or 16.
She's definitely still a child, but I think she's older.
Yeah.
I think she's close enough to adulthood, maybe 16 or 17. But even then, Tyrion, she knew Tyrion didn't want it.
Yeah.
And I just think she could have been less in his face about it.
Yeah.
Other sad moments.
Well, like we said, Marcella dying in front of Jaime, right as she just said she knew everything and accepted it and didn't care that her parents were brother and sister, and she called him father. I
felt good for Jaime there just because I feel like he's a good father. But I didn't
I don't.
No, I think he's a good father.
I feel like he could be a good father, but I don't feel like he was a good father to his bastard children because they were, you know, he had to raise them as his nieces and nephews.
I think he cared about them.
Yeah, no, he did.
I think he was proud and I think he was very happy. I didn't like that it almost legitimised his relationship with Cersei. I still think that's disgusting. She shouldn't have been happy about that.
I mean, I feel like Jaime was looking at Marcella and thinking this is the only pure, beautiful thing I have ever created, because from him doing all of his atrocious, disgusting things and Cersei doing all her terrible, terrible things, they still both managed to make something as pure and beautiful as Marcella.
And then dies.
And then she gets, like, you know, killed right in front of him.
Yeah, that's absolutely sad.
Yeah.
Another will be when Jorah got grayscale.
Jorah getting grayscale.
And then, when Daenerys kept turning him away, and then he finally like won her again, but she still sent him away again to find the cure for grayscale.
Do you think she actually thought he would, or do you think she was just sending him away?
No, I think she believed he would find it.
Yeah.
Because she even looked sad to see him go away.
She did. And, like, I don't really ship them.
No,
like, I don't think they're endgame or anything. I do think Jorah is always going to be in love with her and devoted to her, but I don't think they're ever going to have, like, a...
And I think he understands that.
Like, maybe... This is predictions, so I won't say it. I'll say it when we're actually talking about our predictions.
But no, I think he understands that she won't ever love him back like that. And I think he's happy with that because he's happy to just love her and look after her.
Yeah.
But it's just so sad to see him, you know, go away. But that does lead into another satisfying scene. When Sam cures him, I'm like, yes, Sam, you show off your maester skills.
Sam is so legit.
I love how he's just read a book. All the mates like, no, you can't do that. It's too risky. And Sam just reads the book and does it. Like,
he's like, you know what? It's in the book. If I don't try, I'm always going to regret it. So it's like, yes, Sam, you did it. You shot your shot, you know?
So there's something really obvious for our sad scenes. It's every time a dog dies.
Oh, every freaking one of the dire wolves.
Well, even Nymeria doesn't die, but when Nymeria gets sent away and Arya has to throw rocks at her, and I'm like, oh, poor Arya.
And even when, like, Nymeria and Arya meet up again, like, when she comes back, and, like, Nymeria just looks at her and then, like, leaves, because she's like, I'm not your wolf anymore. I'm, like, my own independent pack leader, bitch. So she runs off, and I'm just like, oh, that was such a scene. But
that was still kind of cool, though.
Yeah, but, like, season 1, Lady.
And Sansa screaming because Lady didn't do anything. Lady's good.
She was a good dog. And
they were all good dogs.
They were all good dogs.
I'm assuming Shaggy Dog died off screen.
I'd say Shaggy Dog must have died off screen. And, like, Summer is... He's still alive, or did he die? I think Summer died.
Summer dies during another sad scene where Hodor dies.
Shit, yeah. Fuck, Hodor.
Hold the door.
Hold the door. Ugh.
That is heartbreaking. I cried.
The fact that Bran going into the past and warging into Hodor to make him into Hodor at all. I didn't see that coming. That actually surprised me a lot.
I wasn't expecting that, and it was heartbreaking. You got to see, he was big kid, but he was still a normal person.
Like he was a bit simple, but he wasn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he like basically just ruined his brain for the sake of holding a door.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad to think that everything Hodor ended up being for was just to hold one door.
Mm.
And even though, oh no, it's sad. I can't even think about it. I cried when I watched it. I watched that on YouTube the other day. I haven't even gone to that scene in season 6 yet again when I'm rewatching, but I saw it on YouTube the other day and I was just crying. I was like, I can't handle that one.
A lot of it is just heartbreaking.
Yeah. Ollie.
Okay, yeah, no. When a bunch of the Night's Watch get together and kill Jon, and one of them being Ollie, and Jon took Ollie under his wing.
No, it's the way they reveal it's Ollie. Like, they're all, you don't see them all, you only see the ones who stab him, and then they all move aside.
And let Ollie do it too.
And it's like, oh! And Jon looked so shocked.
And it was legit just because they didn't want the wildlings there, wasn't it?
Because, I mean, I understand where Ollie was coming from.
Yeah,
the first time we meet Ollie, his mother gets killed by wildlings.
Yeah, like, I do understand.
Like, it's just sucks because Jon did everything to try and show Ollie what was right.
And, like, then afterwards, Jon comes back from the dead, and he can say, yeah, these people just killed me, and he has to execute them, including Ollie.
Yeah.
And, like, that's insane. Like, I mean, that made me feel bad for Jon. Not really for Ollie, but for Jon.
By that point, I was done with Ollie, yeah.
Yeah, like, I was over Ollie at that point.
He put so much effort into showing you what was right, and he's just ignored it. Dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt bad for Jon because, like, it's...
Because, like, Ollie killed Ygritte.
Yeah, I know.
As well. And Jon still kept him so close at hand trying to teach him because he forgave him. And Ollie frickin' literally stabs him in the
heart.
In the heart.
Because Ollie's was the one that killed him.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
It's just so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's sad. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Ollie was the closest he had to his son so far. Maybe he'll have an actual son. Who knows?
I mean, maybe. Maybe. We don't know.
Like, prediction? I don't know.
We'll leave that for, like, when we actually do talk predictions.
Yeah.
But, like, what are scenes that genuinely shocked you? That you just did not see coming at all?
Oberyn being killed by the mountain.
Yeah, no, I didn't think that would happen. I thought he'd win.
Everyone who read the books knew.
Yeah, no,
that's true. Yeah, everyone was like, oh, I saw it in the books already, blah, blah, blah. Because it was still when we had books to base the show on.
Yeah.
But, I didn't see it coming. It looked like Oberyn had him right where he wanted him. But because... and it's also kind of sad because Oberyn just wanted him to admit to his crimes. Because he raped his sister and killed their children.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't just kill him. He had to get that confirmation and that got him killed.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't say he was being cocky. I would say he was being careless.
Same thing in my books.
Well, one is because he feels like, no, there's no way this guy could kill me. And another is more like, you know, I've stabbed him. The threat is neutralized. I'm just going to get him to confess. I feel like he was being careless. Like, yeah, he is a cocky guy. But I feel like in that moment he wasn't being cocky. I feel like he was so consumed by the fact that he was getting his revenge that he didn't think.
And then he died.
And then he died. And his eyeball squished.
The mountain also dies.
But he comes back as like a science zombie.
I wanted that to be explained in this season what the fuck he is.
I don't know, some sort of weird science.
Because he's not a White Walker.
Yeah, like he's not a fire magic zombie, and he's not an ice magic zombie. So,
like whatever the fuck, what's his name? It's not Pycelle. Qyburn.
Qyburn, yeah.
Whatever the fuck Qyburn did is freaking me out. And even then, Qyburn is still freaked out by the White Walkers, so it's not whatever. It's not anything related to what they are.
I think it is just like a weird scientific perversion of maesterhood.
Yeah, God, Qyburn annoys me.
Yeah, I don't really like him either.
But I hated Pycelle more because
Well, he was super hypocritical and corrupt.
I feel like he also liked children. I'm not sure.
He was sleeping with a bunch of young-looking girls, but I feel like they were 20s young, not teens young.
Maybe I feel like they were quite young, and then you also do see him at some point with kids. Like when all the kids went to stab him, they looked like they wanted revenge for something.
They might. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Other shocking moments. There is Tommen.
Yeah, like I mean, I know there was the prophecy said that that Cersei's children were going to die before, like in her lifetime. So we knew something was going to happen, but I didn't think he was going to see that all of these people just got killed, including his wife, and then just step so fluidly off a window ledge.
He just walks.
Like, it's such a complete smooth movement that he was just up and out of the window.
What do you think pushed him off this? Do you think it was all those people dying, or do you think it was knowing his mother did it?
I think it could have been both. Like, I think, like, because he did seem to really love Marjorie.
Yeah. And I do also think though that he was really starting to struggle knowing what his mother was like.
Yeah.
Because even then, he was told that his mother couldn't go to the funeral of Marcella, but he also still seemed to be punishing her by not only not letting her go to the set, but not letting her leave the Red Keep at all.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of like, yeah, you're stuck there. I'm not happy with you.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see it coming, and his motivations, I don't think I'll ever really understand his motivations, but, like, because, like, while I didn't really like him as a character, I still found it, like, I just didn't expect him to die that way. Yeah. I thought something was going to happen to him. I thought maybe Cersei might kill him. Maybe.
I think he would have been one of the more peaceful kings, so I think it's a pity.
See, I feel like he wouldn't have necessarily been a peaceful king. I think he would have been a pushover king.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if anyone had come in and whispered in his ear, hey, go to war, I feel like he would have done it.
Maybe. I don't think he liked war, or maybe not war.
I don't think he would have liked it. I feel like he would have tried to not think about it, like, let other people take care of it, and he just, like, be the king, quote unquote.
And then another scene, possibly the most shocking in the entire series, is when we found out everything that happened was caused by one little dickhead named Littlefinger.
Yeah, I mean, like, so much stuff that happened was instigated by him. Like, I didn't actually expect Lysa Arryn to be the one who killed Jon Arryn, which set everything in motion in the first episode. And I didn't think Littlefinger was going to be the one who's been like, hey, Lysa, you know how you love getting this dick? We'll kill your husband.
Yeah. The very first scene we see after the White Walker prequel.
Yeah.
Is Jon Arryn's funeral.
Yeah.
It is the beginning, and it was caused by him. And that leads to fucking Robb going up north.
And, like, Littlefinger said that the dagger had been his, but he lost it to Tyrion, which makes Catelyn think Tyrion is the one who tried to kill her son, which sets a lot of other shit in motion, which, like, leads to Ned's beheading, which leads to the war, which leads to so much.
It leads to the deaths of almost a bunch of the Starks.
Yeah, like, so much bloodshed could have been either avoided or postponed for a really long time.
Yeah. It also
if Littlefinger hadn't been like, you know what, I'm ready to make my move.
And it just shows how much he planned, which is actually kind of impressive.
He does plan meticulously.
Because he knew the Battle of the Bastards was going to happen, and that's how he got the Lords of the Vale out there in time.
Yeah. He knew how to manipulate Lysa. He knew how to manipulate Catelyn.
Yeah.
Because, like, he did grow up with her. He knew how to manipulate her, too.
And Catelyn was kind of careless there, because I think thought she knew him better.
Yeah. And, like, he knew how to manipulate Ned.
Yeah, because she thought, like, oh, he's obsessed with me, he'll never do anything wrong with me.
Yeah.
But then he did. He knew that's how she thought of him, so he used that to manipulate her.
Yeah, and, like, then he took Sansa under his wing as well, and, like, because, like, oh, I couldn't have your mother, but, Sansa's here now, and she's looking pretty fresh. Freaking marrying her off left and
fresh
right.
Fresh from puberty, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's right out of puberty high.
Like, bringing her to the Vale, smooching on her, like...
Making her listen to him and his aunt have really loud sex.
A really loud, screamy sex right there.
Amazing.
She screamed the exact same way when she flew out the main door.
Yeah. Maybe she enjoyed it.
Maybe she just really loves the adrenaline rush.
She got so used to seeing people jump out, she wanted to try. She was like, actually, this is fun. But no, like, yeah... Oh, and then even when he tried to turn Sansa against Arya, and when it didn't work, so satisfying.
What are some of the places you thought looked the best?
Dorne?
Like, just literally, like, from first impression, your first scene there, like, what did you think looked the most aesthetically pleasing?
So, you already said you liked Dorne. We talked about this beforehand.
Yeah.
Did you like Dorne as a country, or did you just like the palace?
The palace was really pretty.
The palace was stunning. But
just also the landscape, like the desert parts that we saw, like the beach parts that we saw Jaime and Bronn in when they meet the what are they called? The Sand Sisters?
The Sand Snakes.
The Sand Snakes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that was like I just really enjoyed the way everything looked, and like the colours were so bright and made you just think of like a really hot desert area.
Yeah. I just think it's fun to see how just south of King's Landing is an area that looks like Essos where Daenerys is.
Yeah, literally, like you go to any one of the 7 kingdoms within Westeros and you see such different climates.
Yeah, which is also kind of a pity because they had to cut out a lot of the Dorne plot.
Yeah.
There's a lot more in the books than there is in the show, and that sucks.
Mm.
Because I do think Dorne would have been quite a cool place to explore.
Yeah.
One of the other places I liked was the Reach in Highgarden. That huge castle, like so tall. And it's like just everywhere in it was like full of flowers and beautiful. And like then just the scenes we get there are kind of cool too. Because like you get Olenna watching the big march towards her. And then you get James just walking through the entire castle. You get a really good view of the castle through that then too.
You do, yeah.
Because he has to walk through the whole thing. So I guess that's the most of the set you're ever going to see though. You don't see it until season 7, and then all you get is one episode with it. But then he kills her. And even that room was nice.
That was a nice room.
Like, I don't know, I just like seeing it. I think it's impressive. It makes me think a bit of the Wall, how it's just a big, huge structure that's cool and took a lot of work to do. And then it makes you think of Old Town, where the lighthouse is.
Yeah.
Like, but the only cool thing about Old Town is that lighthouse. There's nothing else cool around it. Otherwise, other than that, it kind of looks reminding of King's Landing. It just looks like a city that's well built in the sense that everything's made out of stone and is sturdy, which is something you're not guaranteed in other places.
Yeah.
But then they all kind of start to blend together, because even a lot of the cities in the east could easily have just been the set of King's Landing, and I would have known because all the buildings look the same.
Yeah, like they are very similar. I mean, the Eyrie stands out a lot.
Yeah.
Like the Eyrie literally means eagle's nest. So like the fact that it's so high up, carved into an actual mountain, is so interesting, and that you have to use this like special pulley thing to get up into the castle itself is like.
Did they even show that in the show? I don't think they do.
They showed it for, I think, Catelyn having to get up there. Maybe it was Tyrion getting up there. Like I remember when I read the book, it was described in very much detail. Yeah. But no, it was just really, really interesting, and there was like
the sky cells. The
sky cells looked great because like it was literally just, you know, open on one side. There was no wall on the outside, but like you were hardly going to jump out.
Yeah.
Like these rooms carved into the side of a mountain. Like, I just thought it looked really, really interesting.
It's also very, like, you know, sort of decadent and rich, because everything is made out of the stone of the mountain. So you've got these great stone walls and like pillars and everything. It's just like, and big grand staircases and the moon door and everything. Yeah,
and like you look out at this like you can basically look out a window and just see everything down below you, and you're up so high, and it makes you just
you're above the clouds, aren't you? I think.
Yeah, I think so. Like it really, like you feel like you are above everything because you are literally above everything.
And boy, did Liza Oren think she was above.
Oh yeah, she did.
God, one of my genuinely, that's the one I could have put on my least favorite characters list. Thinking about it.
One castle that looked really interesting was Harrenhal.
Yeah.
I know we didn't really get to see a lot of Harrenhal, but like the moments when we do, I thought it looked really interesting because like of how it was all like melted down from the top from when Dragonfire had burned
it's completely ruined.
Yeah.
That's fun. It surprised me spent so long there, because we did spend a good season.
We did spend a good amount of time.
Because we have Arya there, and then we have Tywin there with Arya, and Littlefinger visits in a later episode. And then Arya escapes not long after Tywin leaves.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like we spent a long time there for something that is essentially a ruin.
Yeah. Like, ruined but still useful.
Yeah.
I guess it was, because like I don't know how much bigger it might have been. We don't know how much of it was actually
the most interesting part for me with Harrenhal is how everyone who becomes Lord of Harrenhal fucking dies.
Yeah, like literally anyone who gets named Lord of Harrenhal eventually ends up
or they like leave it.
Yeah.
Or like lose it, because even the Starks at one point owned it.
Bran wasn't named Lord of Harrenhal at one point, was he? Or was he just promised a castle?
He was promised a castle.
Okay.
They promised someone Harrenhal and then took it off to give it to Baelish.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Baelish was like, actually, I've got the Eyrie now, so...
Yeah.
Like, I think the most recent owner was Baelish, but like he didn't go there or anything. I don't think he wanted it. Everyone knows Harrenhal's around.
Yeah, I'm like, Harrenhal is somewhere in the Fingers, isn't it? Or like near
it might
where Catelyn and Littlefinger grew up.
Well, Catelyn grew up in Eyrie. No, never mind. Did Littlefinger not grow up in Riverlands? But he was from the Fingers.
Yes. So Harrenhal, I think, is near the Riverlands.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We'd have to look at the map to be completely sure.
I think so. Because I think it's in the west.
You'd think we would know the map better from...
Well, we don't. It's a hard map, you guys.
It's in every episode.
F's.
And
it changes every season.
Yeah, but they show you Harrenhal for 10 episodes at least.
Yeah, well.
Other interesting that, I was watching a video about the wonders of the world of Ice and Fire. And only some of them are named and the rest are like guessed, but one of the wonders would have been the lighthouse in Old Town, which is based off a real world wonder, of course. Ones that aren't in the show would be the pyramids of Marine were actually based on other pyramids that were much bigger.
Yeah.
And they're obviously based on pyramids of Giza, which are a wonder. The Bravo statue, the big one, is based on the Titan of Rhodes.
Yes.
Yeah. So and then the wall is based on Hadrian's Wall.
Yeah.
But these are all like cool wonders, and they're just cool locations, and it's fun to see them in the show. I loved that pyramid. I was like, yeah, Daenerys lives in the fucking period. My Egyptian goddess, queen.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, it shows that she is like the ruler she deserves to be.
Well,
you don't think so?
Who is Marine still under her control after she leaves?
I think so. I think she leaves someone to be in control. Doesn't she leave Dario to be in control?
Maybe. We're never going to hear from him again anyway.
No, we're never hearing from him again. He's gone.
Yeah. Bye bye. Essos done. I think season 8's going to be all Westeros.
Probably.
Which is good, I think.
I mean, yeah, because this is literally where it all comes to a head. So I'm ready to see it all happen here.
Yes, I think those are my favourite locations. One I would like to add, I guess, is I don't think Winterfell looks that pretty. But I do think the God's Wood is pretty.
The God's Wood was pretty.
Yeah. Even especially when it's snowing.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one of my favourite things about Winterfell. It's where you almost always see snow. Is it snowing in King's Landing at the end of season 7?
I actually can't remember.
I think when Jaime leaves it starts snowing.
Maybe.
Like, that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, because like winter is here.
Yeah, it's going to snow everywhere. Even in the desert of Dorne, it's going to snow. It's going to be mad to see.
Yeah.
I hope we do get to see it all, because that's going to be fun. Season 8 episode 1 just be like showing snow everywhere. Because that's kind of what they're doing for the trailers. Like, the trailers don't show scenes from the show. That's not what Game of Thrones has ever done.
Yeah.
So they're just like, here's spooky, eerie scenes that probably haven't done anything to do with the show. So it's just like snow all over Winterfell and Jon's sword lying on the ground.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, sure, Jon's going to die, whatever you say, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no, we're ready to see what happens.
Yeah.
So I think we should probably actually talk about what we think might happen.
Alright.
Are there any real predictions like you think are going to happen, like something that you think this is definitely happening?
Well, we know the battle's going to happen.
Oh, we know there's going to be some battles, yeah.
Loads.
I'm ready to see Fire Dragon face off against an Ice Dragon.
That's going to be fun. What's interesting is everyone always thought there'd be 3 dragon riders, but there's only 2 dragons.
But there's an Ice Dragon.
Yeah, but are they going to take control?
Do we know if the Night King is going to ride it?
Yeah, but he won't be one of Daenerys' dragon riders.
See, I don't think there's going to be 3 Targaryen dragon riders. I think there's going to be 3 dragon riders.
Well, no, what I mean is, there's like...
Like, people always thought the 3-headed dragon was going to be Daenerys, Tyrion, Jon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, every Dothraki had 2 blood riders. And they thought Daenerys would have 2 dragon riders with her. But now she only has 1 dragon, so that's not going to happen.
I mean, we don't know if something might be done to, like, reverse the effects of White Walkerism.
Do you think there will be?
I don't know. That's the kind of thing. Like, Melisandre didn't die, she was sent away, so maybe she's going to come back?
Oh, she said she's coming back, so that's definitely happening.
So we don't know what she's going to do. There is a lot of people with king's blood.
Well, I'm thinking, I don't think they can come back because they still rot.
True. But, like, it's such a recent kill.
I guess.
And, like, the way the Night King was made into a White Walker, like, it was literally by inserting dragonglass into his chest.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's what kills them.
So, like, I mean, what made him also undoes him. So I think that's probably why. Yeah. But, like, so we don't know if something could be done to reverse the effects on such a new corpse thing. Yeah.
But would that happen after the battle? Like, would they
I don't know.
bother? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Because, you know, after they killed the Night King, all of his things he's taken control of die again.
True. But also, as far as dragon riders go, we don't know how the gender of dragons works.
Yeah.
Like, we know she still has Drogon and Rhaegal.
Yeah.
So, she still has those 2. But we don't know if these eggs are actually, like, sibling eggs. We don't know if that's a factor. We don't know if they're male or if they're female. We just know they're dragons.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if we got more dragons.
Yeah, like, if I could see the series ending with definite more dragon eggs.
Yeah. everyone expects them to be boys just because she named them after her boy brothers.
Yeah, but like they're just names.
Yeah.
You know, like there are plenty of people named.
That
for
would be a
people.
fun twist.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Like if some Naester just came up there, like Sam has like studied dragons, someone goes, well, that's a woman dragon.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that could happen.
Like Drogon. Oh, such a pretty girl. Oh no, it's a he. I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but it's actually a she.
Here's her pussy. Just
like,
point at
I
somewhere.
think you'll find that it is in fact not a he.
Yeah. It would be also then be cool if chickens don't need to find a male to have eggs, do they?
Fertilized eggs, yes.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Chickens lay eggs just unfertilized, the ones you eat, and then if they're fertilized, then they lay them, and those eggs turn into birds.
Oh, so then Viserion still needs to fuck Drogon. Or whichever one's still alive. Rhaegon.
Rhaegal.
They're all ons.
No, they're not.
Drogon, Viserion, Rhaegon.
No.
Google it.
Rhaegal. Told you.
Then why would the other two be ons?
Mm.
She added ons to two names. Fuck off, Daenerys, with your shitty naming schemes.
See, I watched the show with subtitles.
Who has the time?
Me,
It
because
gets
I
in
don't
the
hear
way.
very well. It really doesn't get in the way. It makes me understand them better.
Ugh, gets annoying for me. Does Now TV have subtitles?
I haven't been watching on Now TV.
Oh, yeah. I hope it doesn't. I don't know, get fucked.
Thanks.
Nah, it probably will. Deaf people have to watch things.
Yeah. So anyway, another prediction I think is, okay, who do you think is going to go on the Iron Throne?
Oh. Can we do a bet? No.
Okay, I personally think that it's either going to be both Jon and Daenerys together as a power couple, or just one or the other.
You don't think it could be anyone else?
I feel like other people are going to try, but I feel like it's going to come down to them. I feel like they're going to get together and they're going to have little Targaryen babies.
Do you think they will be next on the Iron Throne, or might someone get there before them?
Well, I think they're endgame. I don't know if they're necessarily next within the season, but I think they're going to be the last people on the Iron Throne.
I wouldn't be surprised if Euron and Cersei get married this season.
They're meant to.
Yeah.
For like an alliance. But I still think she's going to keep fucking Jaime.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For sure. Like, because she's pregnant right now.
Well,
with his kid.
If she is.
Well, okay, she made it seem like she was pregnant, so maybe she's pregnant, unless it's a lie, but I feel like it's probably not.
Yeah. I don't know. A fourth kid wasn't in the prophecy.
Oh, you know what? I thought the prophecy just said that her kids were going to be beautiful and their hair would be golden, but so would be their shrouds. I don't remember if she said it was 3.
I think she said 3.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know.
But then to be fair, she also had a black-haired boy. Fourth.
True.
Who died.
True.
So I don't know. Can we agree with that prophecy too much?
I don't know.
Like, I would love for them to just throw prophecies at the door.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh look, the prophecy didn't happen at all. Because I'm sick of it's such a stereotype for shows, and then the prophecy gets revealed in an interesting twist.
There's too many prophecies.
Yeah.
Like, how many of Daenerys' dreams were prophecies? Like, all of them.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I think Euron will marry Cersei, but I think she'll still keep the power.
Yeah.
As queen. I don't think he'll become king. So I think it'll kind of be like what we have in Great Britain right now, where it's queen and her prince she's married to.
Crown Prince, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's what'll happen. Because she's promised to him. I think he won't help her unless they fucking do it. Maybe we'll see the Golden Company finally.
Yeah, because I know that's where he's gone right now to go get the Golden Company.
I know, spoilers for the books. The Golden Company are already invading Westeros with someone else in the books. Okay. So I think this is just going to be their version of doing that, but just with Euron instead. Yeah. So that's why I think it's definitely going to happen. They've teased it enough now to the point where it has to happen too. Yeah. But I can't wait to see the Golden Company. That's going to be such fun.
Yeah, no, that's going to be interesting.
Characters from the Golden Company will be one of the last people who were introduced in the books that are actually going to meet in the show, hopefully. Okay. So, like, I think it'll happen. I think those characters will be there. It might be slightly different. They might put certain characters and mix them together, like they did with Qyburn, who mixed with a maester or pyromancer in the books, and they just put them into one character for the show, which they do quite a bit. So, like, you know, it's weird to think that it has caught up with the books 2 seasons ago, but hasn't fully caught up with the books.
How do you think Jon's going to find out about his lineage?
I think fucking Bran will say it.
Yeah, like, it's just whether or not Bran's going to be the one to tell him or Sam is. Because I know Sam is like, shit, we gotta tell Jon. Maybe they'll do it together.
But it'll be fun because I don't think Daenerys will know. I think they'll say it to Jon separately.
See, I don't know, because like, I feel like Daenerys will know, but how is she going to react? Do you think she'll be fine with it because she's a Targaryen and incest is normal for them?
Well, I think she knows incest is the reason the Targaryen bloodline got so fucked up and mad. So I don't think she'll be 100% okay with it. Because, like, here's the thing. At one point, the Targaryen did marry a side more. But then her father, the Mad King, married his sister. And I don't know about his parents.
See, they definitely started inbreeding as time went on.
Yeah.
But they did the same thing with their dragons.
Yeah. Which also fucked up the dragons.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I think she might be against inbreeding, but maybe they're far enough apart and look different enough and have different genes. That would be okay.
Maybe.
But she would literally be fucking her brother's son. And I don't know how she would feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think she'd be freaked out for a bit.
Even if she reacts like, oh, okay, this is fine. But Jon is like, ew. You know? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that would be fucked up.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, she has to convince him.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, I definitely see them as endgame. I feel like they're going to, like, overcome it in some way.
Who do you think's going to die in season 8?
Okay, I think Jorah's going to die.
Oh, straight up.
I think Jorah is going to, like, die protecting Daenerys. And I feel like at some point maybe she will kiss him, but not in a romantic way. Just in a, you have done so much for me. And you are, like, my ultimate, like, my soulmate in a non-romantic way kind of
My
thing.
way of predicting who's going to die is who would be most heartbreaking to die. That also isn't too important to the story to die. Sam.
See, I don't want to think that. I don't want to think Sam's going to die. I want to believe he's going to have a happy ending on a farm somewhere with a bunch of books and his children. But wouldn't it be
very Game of Thrones?
It would be very Game of Thrones.
If after he told Jon, he was less important to the story, so he died.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't think he's going to die, and if he does die, it's going to be really sad for me.
Other people I see dying, possibly Jaime or Brienne.
I think there is a possibility of them fighting each other again.
I don't know. He's going up to join them.
But, like, we know Cersei wants to betray them.
Yeah, but he's not fighting for Cersei anymore.
True.
I don't think they're going to fight again. I think they're going to be happy to see each other, but I think one of them will die. Maybe. And possibly in the other person's hands.
Oh.
Exactly.
Wait, in their arms or at their hands?
No, in their arms.
Okay. Because, like, oh, shit. Do you think Bronn's going to get his castle?
He better.
I don't think he's going to get a castle.
I don't know. A Lannister always pays his debts.
Yeah, but, like, what if... I don't know. Maybe he will get a castle and then it'll get destroyed in the battle or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be ironic.
What do you think Gendry's going to get up to?
Die.
Maybe.
Oh, could you imagine if he became king? I don't think I'd be satisfied.
Do you think, like, I remember a lot of people were shipping Gendry and Arya together despite the fact that she was, like, 11 at the time.
Yeah.
And, like, do you think now that they're older they might reship them?
Now I'm into it.
Now I'm into it because they're both very hot, so I wouldn't mind seeing them together.
And I do think they will carry each other, and I think she'll be so happy to see him.
Oh, yeah, no. When Arya, like, sees Gendry again, I want her to see Pork Pie again. Hot Pie. I've been calling him Pork Pie. His name's Hot Pie.
God, are you fast shaming him? Pork Pie? Like a pig?
Well, I'm sure
oink.
he has made pork pies. No. I want Arya to see Hot Pie again. I want her to see Gendry again.
Well, she's going to, isn't she?
Well, she must at some point.
I think Gendry's on that boat with all of them.
Yeah, so she must see him again at some point. And, like, Arya's, when she reunites with Jon, I feel like it's just going to be, like, a very much they look at each other and then they just hug and nothing needs to be said.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like Jon might, like, maybe not cry, but just, like, really break down and get vulnerable because, like, this is his little baby sister, the only one of the Stark kids he ever really identified with.
Yeah.
Because they both didn't have the Tully colouring.
They were both so close.
Yeah.
It's gonna be emotional.
Because, like, didn't Jon give her needle?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this is gonna be intense.
Oh, and then, just so many reunions.
There's gonna be so many.
Like, Jaime, I hope, gets reunited with Brienne.
At least just to, like, talk.
Yeah. Because, like, did they reunite in the episode where everyone goes to King's Landing? I feel like they didn't.
I don't think they really had a chance to talk.
Yeah.
I know Brienne was there with Jon.
I feel like Brienne really didn't talk.
Yeah, I feel like she was just sort of there.
Yeah, it was actually, you know what, weird.
I mean, what else was she supposed to say? Like, there was the kings and the queens talking.
Yeah. Like, she was there on Sansa's behalf.
Mm.
But then, like, what was the point? Because there were more important things. There was a White Walker.
Yeah.
Like, literally there. So, yeah. Oh, Podrick.
Yeah.
I want Podrick to find someone.
He definitely made the whores very
You know
happy.
what? Podrick's gonna die.
Like, they all gave him back his money. Like, no,
Yeah.
we could not possibly thank you for your service.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna die.
He might.
In battle.
Yeah, he might. He might, like, die in, like, a really noble way.
I think he'll die in a really noble way.
Mm.
I think Podrick might die, and then Brienne might come and have him in her heart. Like, you were a great squire the whole time. I'm sorry for being mean to you. And then she'll die while holding Podrick, and then Jamie will run over to her. It's like, I loved you, Rhea, the whole time. You, Cersei's nothing to me. And then
I don't see that happening.
I don't know. Do you ship them?
Jamie and Brienne?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I ship Brienne and Tormund.
Oh, but I think Brienne's made it quite clear she does not want that.
Yeah, but I feel like he might do something, and then she's just gonna be like, huh.
So you think they might get together?
I think they might, like, get a bit flirty. I don't know if they're necessarily going to actually get together, but I feel like Tormund's going to just be like, maybe not even a romantic relationship. I feel like Tormund might just be like, you are such an amazing, fantastic warrior, just let me follow you, the way Jorah follows Daenerys.
Here's a little fun game you can play, and you can look back that as episode's gone. What do you think will happen in episode 1?
Oh. I don't know.
No?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Your wildest guess.
My wildest guess. Okay. Tyrion is going to try and convince Dany and Jon to do something. Maybe. That's very smart, and they're going to not do it. How do you think he
feels about them fucking?
Well, I don't think Tyrion's into Dany.
Nah. But I wonder how he feels about the Queen having possible sexual relationships with the King of the North.
Well, it could be an alliance, so...
Yeah. And then, what?
I feel like there's going to be some cool dragon-looking stuff. I think there's going to be more Arya, Sansa, Bran action in Winterfell.
Yeah.
And, like, the boat that was on its way to Winterfell, I think, will probably arrive.
Well, it's on its way to White Harbour, but then they'll go to Winterfell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know what to say.
So you think season 8, episode 1 will be kind of like an episode for a reunion?
I feel like
maybe
this will be the episode
before the storm.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be the episode where people get back to each other after being separated for so long. Some for the better, some for the worse.
I agree. So for season 2, I'll give myself that, and then you can have episode 3. I mean, episode 2, and then you can have episode 3. I think episode 2 will be a great battle. I think it will be the first battle of many.
Do you think there'll be a battle that soon?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I think so.
I would have thought more prep for a battle, or like calling the banners and getting people together and assembling your army, and then a battle in maybe episode 3.
I don't know. I just think there's going to be a battle with the White Walkers quite early on in Winterfell. I think they're not going
Oh, yes. White Walkers wise, yes. You're right.
In episode 2.
Yeah.
And I think maybe they won't win completely. I think they might lose a few people, but the White Walkers might lose a few people, and I think they'll retreat further down south.
Because I think even after I feel like they will defeat the White Walkers, but even after that, I feel like there'll be another battle for the Iron Throne. Yeah.
So I don't think they'll beat them in the first battle. I think, I'm going to give you episode 3, but I think in episode 2 is big battle. They don't fully win and they start retreating. Yeah.
Like in episode 3, I think there's going to be like they're bolstering, they're trying to like really defeat them, but also there might be some betrayal.
Maybe. Do you
like
think
maybe there'll be splintering of like who we said we were an alliance, but you know what? Fuck it, let's just go our own.
Do you think it's going to be like earlier episodes where everyone's looking for alliances and then people are also betraying them, people left, right, and center?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could agree with that. For episode 4, I'm thinking another battle, but further down in the region. I think they're going to slowly be moving down through Westeros as the dead keep coming. Yeah. But I think loads of people want to evacuate. I think, I don't know. I feel like they'll just keep going down, as they have in previous seasons. They've gone down through Westeros, they've been recruiting people, they've been finding alliances, there have been people coming up to attack them back and forth. I wouldn't be surprised if they go on the path down that Ned Stark took in the first season. Where they go down and they end up in King's Landing. I think there will be a battle before King's Landing, but not far away from King's Landing. Yeah. And that'll be the final battle with the White Walkers. I think that could be episode 4 or 5. Okay. Maybe episode 4.
Maybe.
I think that's going to be a big battle. I think they're going to win. I do think the story is the White Walkers get defeated.
Yeah, I feel like they're either going to get defeated properly, or it's just going to be like they're gone, but maybe they'll come back, so people go back to the Night's Watch.
Or maybe there'll be something with the Children of the Forest where they reverse it or something.
I thought they all got killed.
Maybe.
Unless a couple survived.
Possibly. Or maybe they weren't the only Children of the Forest left.
Maybe.
We don't know.
And like, we don't know the extent of Bran's three-eyed raven powers.
Or even the Red Priest might do something.
Mm.
But then, well, episode 5, what do you think will happen?
Well, after battles with the White Walkers, if they do defeat them in episode 4, which is a possibility because then there's only 2 episodes left to really wrap things up, I think there's going to be a really big battle for the future of Westeros itself, as in who's going to rule.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's either going to be Daenerys and Jon joined together, you know, taking people down, both riding a dragon, because we saw that the dragons really, they
like
vibed
Jon.
with Jon.
There are 2 dragons left.
Yeah.
It could be 1 queen, 1 king.
And so I feel like Cersei's going to, you know, throw a lot at them, but I feel like she's ultimately going to get defeated.
Yeah. So, I agree with you, and here's the thing. I think the story, like all the fights and stuff, is going to wrap up in episode 5.
Mm.
And I think episode 6 is going to be dedicated to,
seeing what the world is like now.
Yeah, Westeros almost at peace.
Mm.
Maybe a callback to everyone. Maybe we might see Marine and Astapor and all the other cities from the past.
Yeah, if we just see, a lot of different people and where their story gets tied up, I'd love that.
I think that would be a good finale episode.
Like Sansa I feel like Sansa would be the ruler of Winterfell if Jon is up in King's Landing. I feel like Sansa would be the new ruler of Winterfell, and that I would see working.
Sam could either become Grand Maester or become Lord.
He could maybe start his own teachings as well. Like, you don't have to be celibate. You can just come and learn from me. And he could start a big library. He could start his own college or university or something.
I'm thinking he could. If he did that, I think he would do it at Hornhill.
Do you think so?
Or I think he would become Lord of Hornhill.
I feel like if he were to become Lord of Hornhill...
That's if he doesn't die. I already said I think he dies.
Yeah. If he doesn't die, I feel like if he did get Hornhill, he would turn it into some sort of place to learn. I feel like he would give knowledge freely to everyone. I feel like he wouldn't hoard it.
What about Arya? What do you think would she do?
See, I feel like she's going to kill a bunch more people on her list and then finally have the chance to kill one last person, and I feel like she's not going to do it.
Maybe.
I feel like she's going to feel like she doesn't need that anymore. Also, maybe she'll take up travelling with the Hound again.
Could be.
I feel like, I just really feel like that their reunion is going to be really heartfelt, because I feel like they both do, in a way, love each other. Not romantically at all, but just a bond that they have formed together. And I feel like they might just be like, well, I'm heading that way, and she'll be like, oh, I'm also heading that way, and then they'll just head that way together and, you know, travel.
I think providing Tyrion lives, he would either be Hand of the Queen and King Queen, or because they're 2 rulers, they're both so logical, maybe he would go back and rule Casterly Rock and Lannisport. Maybe. Because I think someone has to get every grey house. Yeah. So I'm wondering who might get the Riverlands. Oh. I wouldn't be surprised. See, here's the thing. Sansa likes Winterfell.
She does.
But she was always a more southern person.
She was always more happy when she was in a warmer climate. Well, okay, she was really upset all the time, but she did seem to thrive
before she was upset. She did enjoy King's Landing more. I wouldn't be surprised if she got Riverlands. Maybe. And Arya got Winterfell.
Do you kind of want to see Tyrion end up with someone?
I don't know. He deserves.
I don't know. I feel like he deserves to be happy, but also, does that mean a relationship?
Does it? Doesn't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you think? What about would Missandei and Grey Worm if they live?
I think that I would like to think that they end up together and happy and just have a life together, a really simple life together.
Here's the thing, because of how Westeros works, I think everyone has to be given a Grey House. I wouldn't be surprised if Grey Worm and Missandei got Dorne. Maybe. Because I think it would be most familiar to them. It would be the most Essos-like. Maybe. There's also the Stormlands. Where the Baratheons rule. I don't know who would get that. Possibly Gendry, because he's a Baratheon. Yeah, maybe they'll legitimize Gendry. I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, I wonder, does he feel the need to be legitimized? I doubt he feels the need, but I don't think he'd say no to be made head of a great house. And then also, there's the Reach. Someone has to be given the Reach. Don't know who. Yeah. But yeah, I think everyone will get a house if they go with the happy ending Game of Thrones route. I don't think they're going to go all the way with a happy ending. I think there's going to be bittersweet moments, but yeah, I don't think it'll be 100% happy. I feel like overall, if Jaime lives, satisfying. He might get Lannisport and Casterly Rock. Oh, you know he might. With Brienne.
I don't think they're going to end up together.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Tormund, I think, will stay as head of Night Watch or something.
He might.
Will they need the Night Watch anymore?
That's the thing. Whether or not they really defeat the Nightwalkers once and for all, or just push them back into like a hibernation for the
we'll decide on where they need what.
Yeah.
If not, Tormund could probably have one of the Grey Houses too. Maybe to reach, because I don't know who would go there.
Maybe part of it this is going to be that they knock down the wall.
Oh, well, I mean...
Because they're already knocking down the wall to come invade. So
yeah, the wall's partially destroyed anyway, so they could just destroy the rest.
Yeah.
And maybe expand up north. That could be the 8th Kingdom. Oh, the 8th Kingdom.
There could be an 8th Kingdom.
Ran by Tormund. Oh, I'd be into that. The far north. I'm into that. I'm into that story.
I'd be happy with that.
So yeah, what we're going to do is, as the season goes on, we're going to look back at what we predicted for each episode.
And like see where we went wrong, see what we went right with.
We could go completely wrong with episode 1 and be wrong for all the episodes.
Yeah, everything could just be, proper bullshit. Like maybe we're wrong about everything, but like I can't wait to find out.
But yeah, just a fun talk experiment for us.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening. This has been the first episode of our mini podcast on Game of Thrones Season 8.
Yeah, I've had a really good time with today's episode, and I'm excited to give you our thoughts on each new episode to come out, because it's only 6 episodes. This is going to be a really short podcast series.
Yeah, we're going to do this prequel episode. We're going to do the 6th series episode, and we're going to do like a thoughts after the finale thing.
Yeah, after it all wraps up, we'll talk about everything we got from the season, everything we got from the show so far, whether or not we're happy with the ending.
Will there be prequels? Will there not?
And then we're going to want to hear from you, what you thought of this season, what you thought of the whole show, who your favourites were, what you wish would have happened, what you wish didn't happen. We want to hear everything you thought.
Our Twitter and Instagram will be linked in the description. We will be releasing these every Friday after the new episode comes out. Mm-hmm. So this one will be the Friday before the episode. Then we'll have the episode on Sunday night for you Americans, Monday morning for us, and then we'll have our podcast thoughts on it.
That gives you plenty of time to watch the episode.
Yeah, don't complain that there's spoilers. Like, we are giving you 5 days.
Like we always say, like, if you're watching this or if you're listening, there's gonna be spoilers. Yeah. We can't help it. Like, you really gotta catch up if you want to know it. I know this doesn't give you a lot of time, because I know there's stuff, it's movies that already came out, or it's books that have been out for years. But in this case, you've got 5 days. It's Game of Thrones. You do not have an excuse.
Yeah, don't pirate it.
Yeah, don't pirate it. Don't be that guy.
But you literally could pirate it right after it. Like, it's going to be available. It's the most pirated show of all time.
Don't pirate it, but you could literally pirate it.
No, what I mean is, it is available the second it's out.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get. You shouldn't pirate it. You should pay for it. But just don't use the excuse that you couldn't watch it. You can.
Yeah, you could watch it.
So thanks for listening. I've been Adam.
And I've been Kath.
And we've been Game of Thrones watchers.
Bye.
Bye.